Morning, boys! I hope you're up for a day. Shut up!
Watch out, boys, he'll chew you up. Whoa, on his Slott.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
The big up to Trent. We knew his quality all along.
We can title challenge.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Big statement, we go unbeaten this season.
I'll go 3-0. Why not?
It's Liverpool 0, Nottingham Forest 1. It's Doyle's birthday. It is. Well,
what a football weekend. United win, Salford win, and the big one, Liverpool lose.
4 games unbeaten, back-to-back wins in the league.
Oh dear. Beautiful weekend.
Go get your egg, go get it. Go get your egg, go get it.
AGT! I'm coming.
Sausage.
I'm a sausage. I'm a sausage. I'm a sausage. I'm a sausage. I'm a sausage. I'm a sausage.
There you go then.
This is a short story, one in which we see a poor soul experience such great tragedy. This is the story of Abbi Summers watching Romero defend. The end.
Psych! Yo, Abby!
Arsenal second, Liverpool third, and then I'm going to squeeze Tottenham in there. Squeeze Tottenham in there. Squeeze Tottenham in there. I'd love us to win, but I'll go with a 2 draw.
It's decent
Big
delivery.
first man.
Oh!
Yes! Squeeze Tottenham in there.
I did everything I said, but I did it all my way. Oh wow, told you when you came my way, can nobody take your place. Oh wow, you know like
Abbi, are you okay? Abbi, are you okay? Are you okay?
Hi and welcome along to a glorious Monday. A glorious Monday and a glorious weekend roundup. Oh my days.
So
We're in for a great show today, guys.
Why? Raw, AFTV might have given you a
wow.
Wow.
Hi, lads.
oh, that was the best intro I think this channel
Oh
has ever
man.
seen.
Big
Big up production. Big up production. Well played.
Just to say before we get stuck into everything, this episode of the Weekend Roundup is brought to you by EA Sports FC 25, right? The player ratings for FC 25 have just been released, and today we'll be diving into the players behind those numbers, exploring their roles within their teams. We're going to be highlighting the players who might not always get the recognition that they deserve from the rival fans, but are truly appreciated by the football enthusiasts and experts. We'll discuss what these players bring to the game and why they are so valuable. The new EA Sports FC 25 game is now available to pre-order. Click the link right now in the description for more details. Stay tuned though, because we'll be discussing more about the FC 25 later on in the show, and it's absolutely brilliant and you don't want to miss that segment. But where do we start? Actually, first of all, we've got to start by introducing everybody. Where's my manners? We got Matisse.
Big up, Matisse.
Welcome. Flex, of course, in the building.
Big up.
AGT, ladies
Big
and
up,
gentlemen.
AGT. Oh yeah, this is going to be beautiful.
And fresh back off of another beautiful holiday. You got a lovely tan, by the way.
Thank you.
Right,
Thank
Abbi Summers is in the building.
Shout out to a beautiful weekend. Beautiful weekend for my friend Hendu. Love you lots. She's watching.
The Hindu went well.
The Hindu was great. I'm not interested in anything else that happens.
The Hindu went well.
I had a great time.
The Hindu went well.
Yeah.
Well, what about the North London derby?
Thank God.
How did that go? Right?
The exact way I said it would go.
No, exactly like how I said it would go. I told you we are a better side than Tottenham, right? And what I saw yesterday is what I expected to see, right? Is that the fact that we let you have most of the ball. Actually, you did say that.
I said it.
We let you have most of the ball. You know what I mean? We, big Ange ball, exciting, attacking. But you didn't really do nothing with it. You huffed and puffed. You started off well. I think about the first 10 minutes you started off well. Huffed and puffed. We didn't really have any sort of big chances to save or anything like that, Raya. Nothing that I wouldn't expect him to. Indeed, I thought in the first half we had the best chance through Martinelli.
Yeah.
I think he should have squared it
And
maybe
Havertz
to Saka. Havertz, that was the... what was that?
Well, he headed it down on Vicario and the ball hit off Romero.
Yes. And then in the second half, right, we started to ramp it up, and then a set piece came along.
Shock.
Now, I've been saying for a long time with Spurs, I was on Sky on Saturday, and I told him, I said, these guys, these YouTube, Instagram footballers in Romero, Mickey van der Ven, Idoggy, they all look great going forward. Porro. But when it comes down to your job, defending, a very important part of a defender's job, they are found wanting. I even said, I remember last year saying this guy Vicario, who you lot all bigging up, good shot stopper. But when the ball is played in,
he's on it today.
When the ball is played in, when that ball's whipped in, what are they like? And I noticed also on every single corner, it was deliberate. You notice they had like loads of the players would sort of start from the back.
Yeah. And then rush
in.
And then they'd rush in and just crowd up the players. So I crowd up.
But it's funny because the set piece deliveries weren't great most of the game.
Yeah.
Saw that one.
Well, then that one, Saka, spot on with that one. And then Gabriel, the big Gavi, man, the Brazilian. Boom! What? Right? Hold that, right? Boom!
Vicario diving
straight into
Boom,
the back of the goal. 1-0, right? And then, after that, you didn't get close. So it's, Brennan Johnson up against Timber. It was like a men against boys. I'm telling you, Son, who's normally brilliant in these games, was missing in action. We were missing no rice, but we had peas. Right? Jorginho and Partey came in and they clamped down your midfield, right? Where was Maddison? Bentancur.
Hooked.
Ain't seen him for time.
Missing in action. Kulusevski. How do I pronounce it?
Kulu was the best one.
He is the best one.
Right?
He was the best one out of the three.
Before the start of the game, I saw a couple of Tottenham fans outside. Van der Ven's, Mickey's back. Mickey's back, mate. And Solanke's back. You got no Rice and you got no Odegaard. Your best chance to beat us.
Oh my God.
3
Who are you chatting to outside? Tell me, who are you talking to outside?
Some of your Tottenham fans. The
Deluded,
same ones who
man.
afterwards, they were very cordial before the game.
These are the same ones that want me to put chest on
And then
our
the
team.
same guys after the game who wanted to try and beat me up.
Yeah, yeah, obviously.
Right?
Yeah.
But don't worry, man.
Ooh,
I told you.
late.
We're a God-blessed team.
Oh, man. You're not that blessed. Keep finishing second.
Well, maybe you should go back to supporting City. You get the chance to do that next week. Yeah, remember?
I'll be there. We'll be there.
Just before we get to you, remember them last year?
Oh, God, this is long.
No, we don't care if we win, we don't care if we lose, as long as we stop you from doing it.
Yeah, so we want April when the season's done. I care about
you had a chance
in.
to stop us yesterday. You don't have to rely on City. You stop us.
They can't.
You stop us.
Are you done? Oh, thank you.
It don't fit.
Don't fit. Oh, no.
It don't fit.
No.
Turned into a joker.
No. I don't know if you planned that one, but no. Oh, no. This is Spurs' performance.
Now it's in my
Look,
head.
tangled, don't fit properly.
No.
It doesn't. You're right.
Not ready for the crown.
It's unbalanced.
Not ready
it's
for the crown.
unbalanced.
Not
You got
ready for
big
the
head.
You got a big head.
Anyway, hey guys.
Hi.
So yeah,
Yamas.
like I said, had a really great weekend, and I'm not one to let Tottenham ruin it anymore. I'm just past that. But I would just like thank you for the thanks to Odegaard. Yeah,
There we are.
production. It
Lovely.
makes me die that Haas is a Spurs fan, by the way. Yeah, on production
Barely.
today.
He's more of a Liverpool fan than anything else these days.
Look at the state of
Sausage.
union. I'm laughing. Yeah, I mean, the game
Hold
went
that.
exactly how I thought it would go. I said last week, set pieces, our downfall. Romero has been at fault for 3 out of the 4 goals we've conceded this season. people need to realise on Romero, and I will talk about the team more, but Romero, everyone loves to get behind him and they say, yeah, he's so good because it's all about the passion and, slides into tackles, all this. Yeah, but can we actually talk about the defending ability of Christian Romero? Because for what I see for Argentina, it doesn't relate back to Tottenham Hotspur. And there's a big problem with that. So against Leicester, loses man, gets rattled by Jamie Vardy at fault for that goal. Against Newcastle, he's gone forward because he wants to be a striker, doesn't track back. High line, ball over the top, no Mickey van der Ven. You don't need to be moving forward like that. Doesn't get back. Again, end up losing the game. Yesterday, you're meant to be marking Gabriel. Where are you? Then my favourite part of it, he looks around and he's like blaming everybody else.
Got a little nudge, mate.
It's on you. And if you're
hard man, then
if you are also meant to be right, the what's it called, vice captain of this club, like start showing it. Like, please start showing that in your performances. Please do that. As I said last week, I never thought we were going to win this game. I said at best would be a draw. I didn't feel we were ever going to be winning this game, and everybody came for me. You said to me, I'm a disgrace, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not a disgrace. I'm not a disgrace. You want me to say something that I inherently don't believe.
No, we want you to stop having so much chest for everybody else's when your thing's rubbish. That's what we want.
I own what mine's about.
No.
I own what mine's about.
No, you
I
don't.
know my
you change. You
no,
flip-flop.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
Go back. We've won 12 out of the last 32 games.
Listen.
12 out of 32.
Flip-flop. It's Ange. I'm running up. Are you still running up the M1?
You're going back to the first 10 games of last season.
All we want to know is, are you still running up the M1, or have you changed your mind? Have you flipped? You're not running
nowhere.
So you've changed your mind?
I ain't running nowhere.
Have you changed your mind?
No. Production, add some sound on that. Oh, wow. I'm not getting rattled. I don't care. Are we done? Why don't you tell me what you would like from me today? What would you like from me?
I would like you to admit that you have flip-flopped, because you had so much chest when it's Ange this. It's so exciting. I want to stick with this. At least we've got an identity. Up the M1. You said you run around all kind of different motorways. Up, down the country. Don't need a car. You do it by foot. All of this. I want to know, will you still do that for Ange? Because if the answer is no, you, Shameless Summers, are a flip-flop. That's what I want to know.
I'm not necessarily running anywhere, but I'm not Ange out.
You will not answer my question.
I'm not Ange out.
Will you run up the M1 for Ange anymore, yes or no?
If it has to be a slow walk.
So you're flip-flopping. So you're changing your opinion.
But I'm not flip-flopping because I'm still not saying I'm Ange out, because I don't actually foresee what the difference will be. I still stand by the fact that we have far more of an identity than you have.
And that identity, do you like it? Do you like this identity of knowing exactly how you're going to play, but still coming up with nothing? Not even you got an identity, still can't get trophies.
Hold on.
Still can't get maximum success.
Hold on.
What does the identity mean?
He said in his post-match interview, in the second season, I win trophies. Now I don't know what leagues. I don't know what leagues he's been in. Australia, Scotland. I don't know if he's been familiar with the heritage, the history, the facilities, the capabilities of Tottenham. I don't know if he's familiar, because Mourinho was a winner. Conte was a winner. And he thinks he's going to be the one to turn back time, or I don't know, go back to the Costa del Sol days, or I don't know. He was very confident in that interview, so let him land. That's what I'm saying. You know that there we land? Let Ange land, because he seems very confident he's going to bring in the trophy this season. So,
but I tell you what, we'll judge whether or not there's a potential of bringing in a trophy after Coventry Wednesday, because if he's making all these changes to teams and stuff like that, then there's absolutely no hope, because the first team can't do anything anyway. So I would...
That game?
At Coventry.
Good team, Coventry.
I would.
Good team, mate. Good team. Take to the wire against you. Probably go to pens.
Yeah. Just about kept your manager in a job. That.
Yeah. Got it done, mate. Trophy.
That was the day, Flex.
Trophy, mate.
You should hop on the preview.
Ange keeps telling you. Ange keeps saying you're going to get a trophy. Maybe you will, mate. Trophies.
Can we just talk about yesterday first? Can we just talk about yesterday for a second?
Yes, Solanke.
Yeah, just back to that. Solanke, again, like I said, guys, I was in the airport. I didn't really get to watch the full game. So I was trying to find a VPN. It weren't working, but I was kept up to date, so it's fine. Yeah, I knew how that game was going to go without watching it. It was very obvious. It was very obvious that we would have all the ball, all the possession, because Arsenal ain't worried about that. They're like, you do you. It's not a problem because we know that you haven't got enough quality in that final third.
They had Arsenal.
Yeah, we knew you wouldn't have enough quality in the final third, and we also know that you don't do anything with the ball, and we can also get you at a set piece or a corner or something like that. So that's your game plan. It was the exact same when you came in April. I think that was also the only other game you've had that same amount of possession in. So your game plan worked perfectly. For us, my biggest concern is that we just, again, like, we've got nothing going forward, nothing. And if we spent a lot of money, Tottenham, but on what? And I'm not writing Solanke off.
65 million.
I actually think
Brennan
in terms
Johnson,
of
45 million.
on Solanke.
Richarlison, 60 million.
Was Richarlison in the squad yesterday?
No, but he got 60 million.
Yeah, he did. But I wanted to talk about Solanke for a sec. So Solanke, I'm not writing him off at the moment because, again, I've seen 60 minutes.
It's still early.
Whatever. It's early. It takes a while to build, the relationship, etc. So I'm not writing him off. And obviously we have been spoiled with Harry Kane, that is such an all-round 9 that he can drop deep, pick the ball up, finish it off, etc. And just like having those moments, like Solanke had the ball, didn't he? I think James Maddison nicked the ball back. Solanke, if that's prime Son,
James,
or if that's Kane, like Martin Odegaard last season,
we won.
Last
we were
season,
3-0 up at half time.
It was 2-2 at yours last season.
Right.
In that
We've beaten you 3 times in a row at your home ground.
Can I finish
beaten
my
Ange
point?
twice in a row.
I was asked about Solanke. Can I finish my point?
No.
Thank you. On Solanke, I would say you just see the difference of someone who gets that ball in that position. If it's a prime Son or a prime Kane, that shot's taken first time. He's not trying to, dummy Saliba or whatever. So there's a difference there in quality. But the amount of money that we have spent on the likes of Brennan Johnson, who I think is very average. I
agree.
Kulusevski, I think, is probably one of the better ones. Again, he really wants to be a 10.
Still inconsistent.
Timo Werner, what's
Waste
the
of
point?
space.
What's the
Waste
point?
our time.
What's the point?
Why
of
make that?
You know when they brought him on, right?
They brought him on.
This guy next week goes, who are they bringing on? It's Werner!
Yeah, because it's
the way he said it, right? I was like,
it is a joke.
Honestly, I was like, no.
There's no space in behind.
Right, there's no space in behind. And not only that, like, our movement off the ball is really poor, right? So for a team that is all about inverted wingers and, putting everybody in the attack, well, you need to be scoring goals if you're going to do that and have such a high line or concede every set piece that you have. This season, we've been slightly better at that. I think that was the first set piece we've actually conceded from. But we've had a lot of individual mistakes already this season, and we are really impotent up front. And that is a big problem in an Ange team when everything is about attacking and everyone's part of the build-up, and you've literally got a formation where you've got 8 up front.
Whose fault
need
is
to be
it?
finishing.
Whose fault is the poor defending?
The defending comes back to their individual mistakes that Romero has made. So, like I said, the Leicester one is on Romero. The Newcastle one is, again, Romero being out of position. The ball in behind it, you're going to get found out with that, probably
in the corner, he's not marked him.
Yeah, and the corner. So they are individual mistakes. So I can't say that it is the whole back line this season in comparison to last. I'd actually argue that probably in terms of defensive, I'm not going to say solidity because that'd be stupid, but in terms of an actual defence, if everyone is doing their job, they should be fine in terms of the high line. But when you've got one individual that has kept making the same mistake in the last 3 games, that's really concerning. Really concerning for me with Romero. And he gets away with a lot, as does Son, because Son's been missing for a very long time, and people need to also accept that.
Just to add, though, Son, at the start of the season, we've all accepted that Son is not a left winger in 2024, right? He's your best finisher at the club. Your second best shooter is probably Maddison. Neither of them were close enough to goal to actually take shots. Yeah. And you've got Solanke up there who, listen, I don't think he had a bad game, but that chance that he gets where he just doesn't pull the trigger, we're talking about big chances for Arsenal. Tottenham should have had big chances, but they just never shot.
Exactly.
Or the shots were blocked, or they were tackled. I thought Saliba was brilliant. Gabriel was brilliant. Last-ditch tackles, good defending. They out-muscled him at times. But when it comes down to Tottenham and the profiling of their attack, they've got it wrong because their wingers. I mean, Brennan Johnson. I mean, I've said it from the moment he arrived. He's not even Nottingham Forest's best attacker. That's what you've gone and spent 45 million on when there was Kudus, when there was Palmer for similar price tags. On the right, on the Trossard, on that right flank, he doesn't offer anything. He's not brilliant or elite or even very good at anything.
He's not strong enough.
He's not strong.
He doesn't hold the ball.
All he's got is pace. All he's got is pace. All he's got is pace. The amount of crosses, I saw being overhit by Tottenham in this game. And who are you crossing to? Because Saliba and Gabriel gobbling everything up. You talk about Swiss Army knives. This was Swiss Army spoons, yeah? Nobody making any sort of incisive, creative pass. And Maddison, a footballing genius, I'm sorry, Toby, tap it, hooked. hooked. We need to retract that name off that man.
Bruno is better. You can mix it with all.
We should have bought.
We're looking for individual brilliance in a game like that. You're looking for individual brilliance, right? He's the number 10, and Kulusevski had a better game than him. You're looking for individual brilliance. This is a guy that was compared with Odegaard, right? It's a guy that's been compared with the top players in this league.
You're all looking at me. I have not made these comments. These are Toby's comments.
Toby,
we're
meant to win your team.
You know what, right? We should
win your team games.
Exactly.
Seriously,
we should actually do a weekend roundup part 2 with Toby.
Yes.
Because
that guy came on here the other day, running up his mouth. Chest out, Bridget. That chest should only be out because, you know what I mean, to be fair to him, he's pretty good in the gym, man. That's the only reason your chest should be out.
Hold on, you're contradicting yourself. Because you're not saying to me that I need to have more chest in it when I'm realistic as a fan.
Robbie.
And then when Toby's got loads of chest, then you're saying,
but then
you're
getting it. But you also get it because you were here, as I said last year, telling me about how you're a City fan and that.
I am.
Back your own team.
I have to say, Rob, listen, we can all sit here and criticise Tottenham's lack of aerial threat defensively. I mean, that goal was destined to come from a set piece yesterday from Arsenal due to the work they've put in and the lack of work that Tottenham have put into defending them. And we can all slag off Tottenham, but I think we have to put respect on Arsenal's name. Yep. I don't know why I'm looking at you saying that. You already know. But to go there without Rice and Odegaard and have Jorginho lining up, that's a big space to be got at, and Tottenham did not take advantage of it at all. Arsenal played through them, and all they had to do was score the goal and
that's 11 away games, right, that we've played, right? 10 wins, one draw, not even a defeat.
No,
so
it's very good.
Away from home, we're really strong, and it's all built on that brilliant defence. By the way, 11,000 of you watching. We've only got 1,000 likes. Let's get those likes up to 2,000 because we need to speak to our friend here, who's dressed as a sausage. Well, let's get through some super chats. There's loads of them coming in. LJ Brown says, question for Don Bobito, Robbie. Which gap is bigger, the gap between Arsenal and Spurs in trophies, the gap between X's teeth, or the gap between the thickness Anelka, KG, and his reality about United? I can't really talk about teeth gaps because I've actually got one as well. Jeremy says 3-point lane, home away from home. That's what it's becoming at the moment. It used to be really, really tough place to go to for Arsenal. It is not at the moment. Marlon says people are calling Ange the ray gun of coaching. North London is red. Pass it on, says JS. North London is red.
Thanks.
Pass it on.
Do you want Poch back?
Do that next one.
Yes.
Should never have left.
He's actually already got it.
Dragon says, not going to lie.
Left, mate.
Should have got
taken,
him when he was free.
All right, we got more.
I expected more from Arsenal.
What have you done to him?
But if Abbi is crying and Arteta is happy, I can't complain. Also, the other bird team in this panel, Liverpool, lost lull.
Yeah.
Red Smoke says, I love these guys. I love these Spurs fans. Run their gums all week. We will beat Arsenal.
I won't run in no gums.
Even with a depleted squad, you can't get the job done.
Tanishk, Arsenal have only trailed for 9 minutes in the whole of 2024 across 22 games because defenders are supposed to defend.
Agree.
Spurs can't relate.
Agree.
Theodore D says, Shabby Winters, hold that. The roadman Semedo, Blood Geese fam, running up his mouth. Van der Ven, better than Gabriel, bro. Kranksky Kelleher.
Is that me?
Is that you?
Is that you talking about me?
Yeah. Kranksky Kelleher. No one for you there.
And look, I know it sounds wild, but us Gunners are gonna bum City. Bring it on, your ship inside a blue circled logo team. Shout out to Dragon.
Ramji says Odegaard having a better game than Maddison is crazy, and he weren't even there.
Clara Bitsy.
Big up Clara Bitsy.
Is inside. She says, Robbie, keep the Liverpool segment long, as AGT often complains about the Liverpool segment is short.
It's true.
As short as possible to get.
Just says
loads to get through.
Spursy, hold that. Abby, you...
SS, Shameless Summers, I'm presuming.
That'll be it.
Mr. Hussein, Arsenal are the most boring title challengers ever. Well, listen.
Boring.
04-05, when this mob won it, they won most games 1-0.
So we don't win every game 1-0. That's our first 1-0 of the season, but I'll take it.
Do you know when the last 0-0 draw was between us?
2006.
Back in the 80s or something.
2009.
2009. Tabez says, I was at Anfield to witness the cooking.
No, you weren't.
Working for hospitality. Loved every second of it.
We sent him in. He's a Man United fan, mate. He's working, mate.
P.S.
Sabotage
Abby,
your thing.
Please tell us if you're okay. Abby, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Yes,
I'm a bit
Man like
tired.
Ibby, Maddison
Fine.
subbed again. I wonder why Ange doesn't trust him in big moments. The slow uncles partying Jorginho on a yellow, by the way, in a weekend where we've seen 64, I think, yellow cards, the most out
Is
of
that a fake
any.
stat?
Well,
You've
we
just
might have
put
to
up?
look
That's a fake stat.
One red for
He
Stevens.
started on the right foot.
It's
This is what it is.
yeah.
At least he's consistent.
That's a yellow for you.
Tabarez
Right,
says-
I'm wearing this. You should have been wearing this last week, you
Yeah, you
sausage.
should have.
Tabarez says, Agatha, hold that. Abby, don't
Wait.
blame Mickey.
Only
Van der
Josh calls me
Ven.
that. How does he know about Agatha? Only Josh says that. Clara Bitsy, Abby, thoughts on Ange saying
Tabarez
he
knows
definitely
Josh.
wins the trophy, mate, and second season. Well, I always win, mate. Always.
Do you reckon?
Vicario in the tin.
Thoughts are let's see what team he puts out.
Is he put himself under a little pressure saying that?
I think he just might need to be a bit less prickly when speaking to reporters.
Yeah. Stephen says,
Ooh.
time for Abby to host DR Travels.
Yeah, send me please.
Her frequent flyer miles are not getting
Place in the sun.
Are not going to
I
take
love
Spurs
a place-
anywhere.
I love a place in the sun, by the way.
And here you find us in the Costa Brava.
Lads, it's only Tottenham. They don't want to win, says Ciea.
Ryan says, Abby, good job. You're still beautiful when you're angry because you must be angry a lot with your team. North London is red.
Thank you.
Precise Sign says, this question is for the beautiful and wonderful Abby. Because the other guys are self-explanatory. But why do you continue to support your team and what made you support them in the first place?
Oh, it's late.
Unfortunately, I'm family. Like I was born in Enfield, so
Still
kind
going to
of
support Arsenal?
my family didn't
No,
support
Barnet's Arsenal,
Barnet's
Enfield's
Arsenal,
Tottenham.
Enfield's
My
Tottenham,
brother lives in
Enfield,
Enfield, he's an Arsenal fan.
Edmonton. You know,
Yeah, but where was he born?
it's not something I necessarily would have chosen. Definitely looking back, but yeah, it is what it is. Just ruined my life.
Lifetime of pain.
Lifetime of pain.
Where are we up to? JJ says, time to change colours to light blue Chameleon FC.
That'll be me.
Terence says Spurs fans would rather see other teams suffer than see their own team have success.
No,
No
that's
wonder
out of
they
context.
haven't won anything big
Fair enough.
since any of us were born.
Mamo says, Abby, you may have said it was going to be a draw at best, but you also said you'd accept a draw before the game begins.
course I would
Spurs
accept a draw.
defeatist mentality.
Of course I would accept a draw. I'm not deluded. I know where Tottenham are and I know where Arsenal are. One is
did have them to
challenging.
be
One is
fourth, though,
challenging
at the
for the
start of the
league.
season,
The
didn't
other is trying to get back into the top four. That is the difference.
Kelechi Asika says,
course
na
I
na 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 na. Abby's in the mud, in the mud. Abby's in the mud.
Can I get some of this
Na, na,
money
na,
that's
na,
coming
na.
in from Superchats today? Because it's a hell of a lot of money.
Another holiday?
What years will
Rattled.
be affected if
Oh,
City
wait.
are guilty, says YHA. The actual
charges
case
start
has started
today, innit?
today.
Yeah.
The big boys are in court. They're holding court right
that's
now.
weird, isn't it?
Got
A
cams
secret
in there,
location.
Fuad
Why is it a
Lias.
secret
The whole
location?
thing is meant to be kept under wraps.
Yeah, that will get leaked. And I'll be
Clara
there.
Bitsy
outside
says,
the
put your hands
courtroom.
up if Nico Jackson hasn't scored a hat-trick in your stadium.
Not me. Aminor says,
he's gonna put our hands up.
AGT, did you
Yeah.
get lost in the forest? Hold that, you sausage,
hands up.
without a knee on the end. So bad spelling. If you're going to insult me, get the spelling right.
Mark Edam
there's so
says,
many.
Eric...
Jesus Christ. I don't know if we can go into that.
Okay, don't read
Eric
that.
has
definitely
2
not that as
trophies
well.
in 2 years.
Don't read that.
Ange has donuts. Identity.
Donuts. London Nomad, last season Abby said, what good would the Champions League do? We'd be able to get the better players than Solanke weren't at Odebear.
Could you imagine
Stick
Tottenham in
with
the Champions
future
League with the
Deadwood.
way that we play? Could you imagine us playing against Real Madrid?
Yeah.
Yeah, long day.
Long day,
Long
brother.
day. It's
You've
going to
got to
be
try
long.
and change
It's
that
going to be
mentality
long
to
enough
change,
about
though.
against Karabakh next week. I don't need to watch
Not with
us
that
get.
mentality.
You can't.
We're
just-
not ready to do that
When are you going to
yet.
be ready? You've got to start
I
making
don't
moves.
know. When we don't spend
What's wrong with being in the Champions League to get a bit
160
more money?
million on players
What's wrong
from
with having a
Leeds
bit of
and
ambition?
Liverpool.
All right, hold it. We've got the super chats.
Order,
Eli says,
order.
Goonets make
I really hate you,
this
honestly.
week
You're so
count.
annoying.
Season's
So
finished in
annoying.
1 week.
There's a lot of rattling going
Time
on.
is
So
right
annoying.
for us.
You're so annoying.
Aminor says, AGT, did Slotty give a 2-minute interview? Why Nuno won? No, he didn't, unfortunately.
Where's his tactics? Of course. Where's his tactics?
No, that's your guy.
Huh? Yeah? Where's his tactics? Huh?
Two trophies, huh?
Tactics for Nuno, eh?
B01911
Where's his
says,
tactics, huh?
X, Tobes, Fuad,
comedy.
all of these spuds are delusional. Don't blame Mickey van der Ven, went on. And he says, oh, by the way, City didn't beat us last year. Come on, you Gunners. That's true.
Still won the league though, didn't they?
AK says, from dominant Solanke to submissive Solanke.
Dominant Solanke. Mohammed Saeed says, should Timber have been sent off? Definitely not.
I didn't think it was a sending.
He went to do a
off.
Cruyff turn.
Yeah.
He got the ball, and if anything, Porro was trying to get him sent off by making it
Staying down.
Why can't you just say no? It's not.
He loves it, Porro, mate.
Yeah,
Why can't you move on?
No,
stick to defending.
About it.
Absolute.
SHU says Odegaard had a better game than Maddison. That's another one.
London Nomad, for the money Spurs spent, they should have Champions League, and they could have had Eze, Elise, or Neto, or Jimenez from the Eredivisie. You'll be stuck with mediocrity.
I heard on the radio say apparently Eze was never for sale.
No,
Apparently
it's always a price.
No one came in
a release clause.
Maha says Abbi chats so much about Spurs' identity, but the same identity has handed you two L's to Arsenal.
I didn't say it was a good identity.
United may not have a defined style.
What's the point of having it?
It says
United. Say my team having it. What's the point of having it?
United may not have a defined style, but they have 2 trophies.
We've got more than you, mate.
Yeah, but you've also got
way more than you.
8th place finish.
We've got way more than
your club is in a shambolic state. It's a shambolic state. You're a joke. You are a joke.
And your club has always been in this state.
I agree.
Since you were born.
My club is an inherent
How does that
joke.
feel?
It is an inherent joke.
How does that feel?
It feels really bad.
So bad that you don't even want to have aspirations to do better.
My aspirations.
You want to keep this mediocrity.
My aspirations.
Because you're comfortable with it. This is the comfort zone.
My short-term goals are clean sheets. That's what I care about.
Whoa. Run the rhythm.
Whoa. All right, listen. We are going to come back. We're going to come back. We're going to come back to this, right? We're going to come back to, and we've got to get into. There's still games. Manchester United getting a big win this weekend. Chelsea's game. That was a really interesting game, and of course, Liverpool, right? But as mentioned earlier, the new EA Sports FC 25 game is now available to pre-order. You can click the link in the description for more details. With the player ratings for FC 25 now revealed, today we're going to be taking a close look at players behind those numbers, analysing their unique strengths, contributions and the impact that they've made within their respective teams. So, I thought we'd discuss a few players, right, just before we get back into the games from the weekend. Some of the players sometimes they're a bit unsung, but players that you know, play for your team and you know they're good. Now I'm going to jump straight in with my one that I'm going to select, right? You all laughed at him. You all laughed at him. But you ain't really laughing now because this guy, again, I thought he was brilliant yesterday in yesterday's game. He does a lot of unsung stuff through his team. Now, I'm looking at his FC rating, right? And 77 pace, I think he's a bit quicker than that. He's pretty fast.
77, I think that's about right.
I don't know, he's quick,
It's about right. It's about right for Havertz.
He's like a gazelle sometimes. He glides along. Because he's quite lanky, but he's effective with it.
Yeah.
I think
77
he's got an overall rating of 83, which I think his rating should be a bit higher,
right?
And also, the physicality one, 72, I think is a bit low because he's physical. I listen, before he came to Arsenal, I would have believed in that. I would have said, you know what, actually, yeah. But what I've seen of him at Arsenal is physicality, even in the game yesterday.
Yeah.
He's strong.
His physicality, I think, should be higher than that and will be higher than that by the time they do.
What do you think? What do you think?
72.
What do you think it should be?
I think it should be up to about 80.
Well, quite a jump then.
Yeah.
78.
I think 78,
77.
78.
But I think the rating is more than fair. So
no, I don't.
You're going to think it's generous.
More than generous.
No,
for Kai Havertz.
It's good.
What would you have given it then?
Listen, I think the rating is
fair.
It's fair. It's fair.
It's a number.
But that if you're gonna add some physical, then maybe take some shooting away. I don't know, but don't let that rating go up because
you're talking about shooting. But remember,
you've smashed it with that rating.
Couple of goals so far this season. All right, hold on. All right,
maybe a bit. 82, maybe.
I know you've gone with
82, maybe.
You've gone with Nicholas Jackson.
Yeah, 79 rating. I think it's fair. He could have maybe been 80. I mean, he got 14 Premier League goals last season, but he did still miss some big chances. So there's definitely scope for improvement in his game. Potential-wise, be interesting to see what people think. But I think potential he could be an 84. But it really all depends on the finishing. Like everything's down to the finishing with him. You can't say a Premier League striker can be comfortably in the 80s without being a bona fide kind of bit of a gunman. You're looking for 20 goals, 18 goals. So he's got improvement to do. But I do think it's A little bit low. I'd like it to be 80. I think he deserves.
Pace 83. That's pretty fair. He's quick.
I'd say shots need to be lower than that. If I'm honest, I'd go 72.
No. Now you're doing too much.
No,
you're doing too much.
I think that's about right.
You're doing far too much.
I think that's about right.
All right.
Doing too much.
All right.
Like you said, he misses a lot.
He does.
Is that
Yeah.
one down?
You know, but don't
Leave it for him.
Right, you've gone. Show everybody. You've
Well,
gone.
my item card from EAFC 25 is this Dutch master of the midfield, Ryan Gravenberch.
Where was against Forest, mate?
He was our only good player.
Was he?
Genuinely, he was our only good player.
Could have been
That's
that good.
proved that as well. Pace. The thing about Ryan Gravenberch is he can turn on a sixpence in a tight space, but he can also open his legs up and really stride along the pitch. I don't know what you're laughing at.
So immature.
In a way, he reminds me of like a Moussa Dembele in the way that he's
You're
physical.
so rude,
but
don't you
he
ever
gets
say
across.
Whoa.
So I
Just
would
have some
Dembele.
respect on
Just relax
Musa
Moussa
yourself.
Dembele.
You've just said that.
Moussa Dembele.
Quite possibly one of the most underrated we've ever had.
And he's
You've
doing
pulled
it at
that out.
international
You
level
are
as well.
rude.
Yeah.
Come on,
Pace, I
AGT.
You've done it in a segment where I
75
can't
shots.
get it as well.
And we need to see a bit more. I'll probably
Wait a
say
minute.
that's
Wait a minute.
fine.
Wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute.
AGT.
Wait a minute.
AGT. We need to revisit that comment a minute ago.
That's an outrageous
We need to
statement.
revisit
A
that.
young Musa, I said.
No. What are you going to call him? The
But
Dutch
right
Gerrard
foot.
next?
No, we've already got. a
He
Hungarian
cannot. He
Gerrard,
can't
it's
even
fine.
lace
But you
his
don't.
boots.
No, but for dribbling, I'd say that's the one that I would have had him a little bit higher in.
So
'cause
rude.
Tight space, as I said, quick feet. He's really up there, and he's been our best player this season, guys. Let's put a little bit of respect.
No, he has.
All right.
Well, not Salah
Okay.
though. Salah.
No, I'd go Gravenberch.
You go
From the
Gravenberch.
eye
He's
test,
been
I'd
good,
go
yeah, but-
Is he
Gravenberch.
most improved?
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, I don't know about your
physicality
best,
73.
but he's been
I
really
think
good.
maybe
But
77.
it's only been 4 games.
Yeah.
the whole
It's
season.
just early.
Carried
Still
away.
young, still
Okay.
growing his
Let's
body.
not make wild, accusations
Yeah,
like Moussa Dembele.
after a few
Well,
games.
yeah.
If anything,
Let's not say we're in
I said
title races.
young.
Let's not say that.
Young.
If anything, well, we haven't got to my player yet, but it is.
Well,
in
let's get to your
conjunction.
player now. Get to your player
Well-
because another midfield player.
Kobbie Mainoo, who instantly I've just seen has got one less than Gravenberch. So if based off that,
Probably fair.
I'm looking at it going, well, Gravenberch last season didn't have a great season.
6 goals.
He wasn't the mainstay. It wasn't his time. I think Arne Slott coming in is the best thing that could have happened to Gravenberch, and actually Liverpool missing out on Zubimendi has helped him. So he's now getting a chance to play a lot of games. Obviously Slott's Dutch, so it's his guy. He's gonna help him. So I think that's good. So you lied about that.
He lied.
How many
He
goals?
lied.
How many goals
As
did he
soon as he
get?
said it,
He knew.
How many goals did he get,
I
mate?
was like, don't do this.
4. So not the 6 he just claimed. Another fake stat
I'd
from
never
AGT.
expect that to be wrong,
But
ever, yeah.
but luckily we've got EAFC to give us the real stuff of what's going on. Right.
The real ice.
So he's got 77. I would like him to be an 80, but I understand
In
that
what world?
his first season, and it was like he came in late as well, but look what he did that season as a meteoric rise, unbelievable scenes, scoring against the biggest rivals for Manchester United, top corner against Liverpool, scoring the winner in the FA Cup final, playing for England, going all the way to the
Brilliant
final.
for
Like,
him.
look what
Big
he's
moments,
accomplished.
that.
Not
So
as
the
much as
fact,
Ryan, though, apparently.
so the fact that he's got one less than Gravenberch, I'm a little bit aggrieved by
that
that.
is a bit.
Let's
That
see
is a
that.
bit.
I want to see Kobbie at least at a 79. I'm going to say.
Yeah, I
I'd
think-
like to see Ryan at an 81.
But
so
that's
in
probably
terms-
not
that's my
accurate.
level.
That's probably
So-
that's more inaccurate than that is.
Yeah, it is.
Well, dribbling
It is.
81.
I think that's fair. I
Dri-
think
I think-
what you're saying,
77.
yeah.
Yeah,
same.
I think it could be. If Gravenberch is
10 better
78,
shots, though,
Kobbie's
mate.
got to be
So
at
you know
least
what
the
it
same.
is?
10
So
better
just-
shots.
just
He's
to
had
add-
more years, hasn't he?
Just to
10
add some
better.
context, what's happened here is because obviously he's come from Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
And he's
And Ajax
he's
previously.
been about for longer. Ajax. He maybe was higher before and
Stock
then he's had
was
to
higher,
drop a
yeah,
little
yeah,
bit,
yeah.
or
Yeah.
longevity in the game is giving him this.
So really, it's fantastic
your
that Kobbie's
player.
only one behind the guy who's been going for about
Well,
4 or 5
Okay,
years.
okay. Let's get Abbi's.
He's
Let's
10
get
behind,
Abbi's.
mate.
Let's get Abbi.
Shout
You got
Ryan.
Mickey van der Ven.
Got Mickey van der Ven. Yeah.
Pace should be more.
Don't blame Mickey
Pace should
van
be
der Ven. Oh, yeah,
99,
the pace should be much higher. than that.
105 pace. You know what I mean?
No, I'm not joking though. The pace is very low on that, and I don't actually.
Should be in the 90s.
Where's the
I
one
don't
for
know why.
hamstrings? Is that?
Rotted.
Another. What did you call it? Dutch. What did you just say? Dutch. What?
The Dutch mash.
Oh yeah, okay. So we've got another one here, Ben.
we do, actually.
Shot is probably about right. He doesn't really do much there in terms of.
What about his actual defending? Good defender.
He's a great defender.
I
wish we had
actually,
him.
I'm not calling that. I know there's
Yeah.
this whole narrative of don't blame Mickey van der Ven, but I actually don't blame Mickey van der Ven.
Yeah.
He's not really the one that's at fault here in terms of recovery runs. Yes, we joke about the high line and the hamstrings, but God knows where Tottenham would be without those hamstrings.
On the ball, passing. Would you give him a bit more credit for 64?
Yeah, I don't think 64 is particularly fair. I'd probably up that. I think it should be closer to kind of the 70 mark. Pace is too low for me. Defending, I would have probably 85 to 87, maybe.
87?
Whoa.
Chill out. 87?
What? Saying ridiculous
87?
As we're all saying ridiculous things.
Calma.
As we're all saying ridiculous
First
things on
warning.
this table
Yellow
today.
card.
First one. Don't join in.
Hold on a minute. Give me that back 1 sec. Don't you ever talk about Moussa Dembele like that again.
Actually, no, it's a red. No. That Dembele comment, yeah, I mean, he was on
in amongst all these signings that Spurs have made,
he's the best.
He's the best.
He's the
and
best.
You know he's a Liverpool fan.
Find a way every single time, AG.
Mickey, if you
want
want
your section.
Hey, Mickey, you're so
days.
Well, just
Liverpool stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Listen.
No, obviously I'm joking. We're not going
he's a
87, but
very good defender,
I think in terms of defending, I think we could probably be around the 85 mark for. I think we could be around.
Okay,
85
listen. I wanted to. There's a couple here. I wanted to do a couple comparisons, right?
Take that.
This one's really interesting. Look at this comparison here: Maddison and Cole Palmer. What do you guys?
What's happening?
Look at the ratings on them, right?
Madison's an 85.
Yeah,
that's generous.
Wow.
That's hilarious.
So where do they excel? If they're both the same rating, where do they excel? Who's got better?
So when England made the final
75
to the Euros, who did they call upon? The guy that didn't even get called up? No.
Passing.
Cole Palmer. That's who they called upon.
I can't. No, that's mad. That's wrong.
That should not be happening.
Cole Palmer is.
Does he know someone at EA?
Levels.
But again, what did I say earlier? First big breakout season last year. Before was a squad player. You don't even want to know what his rating was in the previous game.
Yeah,
so
was it like in the
big up 25?
Because
was it in the set? Was it silver?
It was in the 60s.
It was silver.
Bronze.
Silver.
He was a bronze card.
No.
He was. I think he might be one of the biggest jumps in the game. Like one of the biggest upgrades, which is fair because he had a breakout season.
All right.
And he's been around for
look at this.
But then at the time when those ratings would have been done last year on EA FC,
he should have still been higher.
Yeah, but
also don't forget
you wouldn't have had him as a gold though.
No, not gold, but silver.
All right.
He was showing
Bronze
signs
items
early.
crazy.
He was showing signs early on in the last season that he was going to be up there, whereas Maddison obviously got that injury after 10
Maddison's
games.
been about for years
Yeah, he's been here a long time.
Right, what about these three comparisons? Rashford 81, Kudus 82, Gordon 82. Both of them ahead of him.
Deserved.
Both of them ahead of him.
He's lucky to be on 80.
I think this is one of those where the items I think should be
they're
done.
on the screen. I don't need to hold that up.
They're on the screen. The items I think should be done, obviously yearly. That is the whole point of it. There's a new game each year, and it needs to reflect what happened in the previous year.
I don't think that Rashford one is.
And actually,
accurate.
Rashford last year. Maybe not by a huge amount because obviously if there's a good body of work of what you know the player can reach, then you can't be too reactionary. So it's got to be somewhere in the middle. So I think that's what they've done with Rashford. They're over a long period of time, there's a player in there. He's got good attributes, so they're not going to sort of put him in the silver or know. But in terms of giving props to Mohamed Kudus and Anthony Gordon, well deserved. They were super consistent last year. Kudus was a breath of fresh air to the Premier League. Anthony Gordon has kicked on from moving from Everton. He had a really good season.
Good player.
The pace is interesting because I think Rashi would look at that and think at his peak powers, at his best, he knows he's quick. Is Kudus faster than Rashford? I'm not sure about that one.
Do you think the shots?
I'm not sure about Gordon's fast. Gordon's direct.
Do you think shots a bit high for Rashford and a bit low for Kudus?
What's the shooting? So Rashford's 83.
Are we basing that off his purple patch the season before? Because I would put Kudus.
The purple season.
But
Kudus has Kudus ever put up those type of numbers before?
Okay.
I know, but first season.
30 goals is 30 goals
I think
in all
he's
comps.
lucky to be 81.
I think 81's fair.
81's fair.
But I think
Rashford the player.
If he has another bad season,
then it's going to be 79.
Then 70.
Yeah.
Okay, listen. Last one I'm going to do, right? This comparison here. Foden and Saka.
Ooh.
Who gets it?
I think they've put E1 player of the year now.
So you can see it.
Yeah.
Foden 88, Saka 87.
Right,
I think that's wrong.
Do you know what it is?
I think it should be even.
You remember what Rio said? Just enjoy both.
It should be even.
When you get to these ratings, talking elite level,
high 80s, pushing 90s.
You know what I mean? Ebbs and flows.
I would have had Saka maybe 90 dribbling though. I do think he is that good again.
I would actually.
Is he that good 1v1 to be
Yeah,
90?
he
No,
is.
yeah,
He always does.
work brilliant.
Yeah, but 90 is
Definitely more physical than Foden.
When we say
He's so
90,
physical.
we mean like Neymar.
Salah level.
Yeah.
It's not always about Liverpool.
Why are you saying Neymar,
It's
bro?
not
He's
because
washed.
Neymar's one of the
Playing
best.
Saudi,
Hold
mate.
on a second. No, I'm talking about prime Neymar. Neymar's one of the best
okay.
dribblers we've
Yeah,
ever seen.
ever,
So when we
100%.
say 90,
91.
Yeah.
90 is like
Yeah, it's a big boy rating. You can get it for speed because you're just fast.
All right,
Yeah.
89.
I would
89.
also argue that I think that Saka is more physical than Havertz is. I think Saka's so physical.
And
Yeah, he's
Saka,
very-
he's very-
Saka gets
he's-
kicked probably 10 times.
He
he's
does.
so-
He's
so
very, very
strong.
durable.
I
Yeah,
think
very
that's
strong.
wrong. I think that Saka should be higher on physicality.
Yeah, I think Saka. The interesting thing about the 88 and 87 respectively is it basically says EAFC is saying they're neck and neck. You know, and like Matisse says, we've got to enjoy both. I think Foden, with the accolades that he got last year, is going to push him that a little bit high. He got trophies. You know, he won personal achievements as well, voted by his peers.
Champions League, big performances.
You know what I mean? Champions League, big performances. So he's going to probably edge it. That's probably the one point.
Euros.
That actually is it. Well, there you go.
Yeah, but
There you go.
You
Yeah.
know, second
Not so
place
much in the
trophies don't
Euros.
account to.
Yeah, but
said
these
Euros.
are
I'm just saying
these are
second
Premier
place
League
trophies.
items, Robbie.
Yeah.
Premier League.
Yeah, okay, all right.
The flag is just there to tell us what nationality they are. Yeah.
All right.
That's true.
All right.
And
I'll
this is
take
literally
it.
the player of the year.
Yeah. Score.
All right, fair.
So 1 point
Fair
in
Are you
here.
enough.
agreeing that that's fair then?
Yeah.
With those
I
metrics.
just take exception to her telling me again about trophies. Right?
I'm not talking to you about it. I'm saying your second
You
place
keep-
trophy will not
Well,
equate
yeah, I
to
mean,
a higher
yeah,
score.
second place
on
trophies.
EA.
You stop talking about
Second
trophies,
place
please.
trophies. We've won the same amount of second place trophies.
Stop talking about
Who
trophies.
do we
I'm
think?
just
I don't know
actually
if you've got it. Who do we think the best player in the league is? Do you reckon it's just Haaland and he's like 90 something?
Haaland should be
got to
like
be
Like
Haaland.
93 or
90.
something.
Yeah.
93.
I'd like to see him at like 92.
What should he be? 92.
Yeah, something
Salah?
like that.
What should Salah be?
91?
90.
90.
I'll say 90.
91, I'd say.
Where's Kevin De Bruyne then?
89?
88.
Oh, we've got the
88.
cards.
Yeah, 88.
88. Kevin De Bruyne is not a 90.
No, you.
I don't think Kevin De Bruyne's a 90.
What are
in
you
today's-
putting that down to?
No, not. I think
89 then, at
injuries, but also like I think City.
Oh, we got the three
here we go.
highest rated players. All
Right,
right.
Q.
It's almost
All right.
like we planned
So here we
that,
go.
isn't
So
it?
Oh, he's
let's
91.
reveal them.
Oh, it's
Let's
like-
reveal them. Flex, you reveal
No,
yours
no,
first.
no,
No, you
no.
reveal yours
Yeah,
first.
go on.
You reveal yours first. The three.
Go
Van Dijk. Van
Yeah,
Dijk.
still the best.
Right,
Hold
89.
That, Flex, hold it. Literally, like
You
right
have
now,
got
hold it.
you have got Haaland on a 91. And who do you think this player is?
Physical 87 for Van Dijk.
I saw her.
More than that.
You saw it once, so you can't say.
Okay.
You saw it, so you can't say.
What's
that?
Who do you think?
On that one?
Yeah.
Who do you
reckon
think this
that.
player is?
I
Is it a Premier League
reckon-
player?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
What's his second highest rated?
Yeah, you
Alisson.
can't, you've
Oh, it is, of
I've
course.
seen it.
yeah.
You got Alisson. Who you going?
I'm gonna go Salah.
Salah.
I saw it.
He saw
Oh,
it,
you
yeah.
saw
Yeah.
it.
I don't know.
See, this is part of the problem.
Oh no.
Oh,
We
here
was
we go.
kind of discussing this last week.
Is it a problem?
I don't think that's a problem.
We was
at all.
discussing. When I say problem,
Oh, okay.
is that this guy probably doesn't get the respect sometimes that he deserves.
It's not Mo Salah, mate.
Oh, Jesus.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Rodri,
You can't
see that?
complain.
Of course.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
You
It's
see
true.
that?
Yeah.
It's true.
Of course.
We just.
And that's what happens all the time with him.
For like the flair players. And the ones
Yeah,
that put
you
the
know,
ball
even when
in.
they're talking about the
He's the
Ballon d'Or
best.
stuff and that, right? That's what happens. People
No, we
say,
actually need to give Ballon
"Of
d'Or. We need
course."
to give him the Ballon d'Or, man. This guy is
91
he's actually not
rating.
getting his respect.
Super
Rodri,
consistent.
people.
Unbelievable.
World class.
We
Yeah.
were sleeping on it.
EAFC
Yo.
have done us there.
We
'cause
need
I
to
wasn't
put some
expecting that.
respect on this guy's name now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got to put
We need
respect
to
on him.
Should he be
seriously
higher
put
than
some
91?
respect. No, 91's
91's
great.
good, yeah?
91's
91,
great.
you
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
go
91's
higher.
great.
So what? Salah or Alisson aren't 90 then?
Oh, what's the surprise?
Nah, hold.
What's the surprise?
Well, wait. Well, could they be 90? What?
Did they
Well,
win
could be
what?
90.
These are the
It could
three
be 90.
highest
Could be
in the
90.
game,
They
right?
could be 90.
Yeah, no, these are the free ice.
Three highest.
89
These are the free
Oh,
ice.
yeah, 89.
Premier League winners.
Yeah, these are the free
Salah,
highs.
88
So Salah
then.
must be
Nah.
88
Or maybe 89 as
or
well.
87.
FC
And
25.
Alisson must be
need to
87,
have a
88.
Salah's got to be it.
Come on.
It's
No, we need to
it's gotta be
respect
the next
Rodri,
one,
man.
As with Kevin De Bruyne.
Put some
Let me see this
respect.
card again. Show me Van Dijk's.
Put
Right?
some respect. on
Paid
Rodri's name.
78.
Yeah.
Maybe it would have
Slow
been
coach,
80
mate.
before the
Oh, we've got some more.
before
Here we
injury.
go. We've got some more.
Shooting
This is great.
60.
Protect him at all
I mean, he's a
costs.
centre back.
Shoot, yeah.
Passing that is
His
criminal,
passing's better
bro.
than 78.
That is short and
84.
long. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say that.
Yeah, but
Well
the thing
done,
is, they
Flex.
got.
Dribbling for a big man. Yeah, you know he's
One for
got
you.
great feet.
Bruno Fernandes.
Fernandes.
That is too high.
Bruno Fernandes. No, it's
Too
not.
high.
No, it's
He
not.
should be 85.
No, he shouldn't.
It's too high.
So, okay, there's another high.
That's too high as well.
Yeah, so he's also an
That's
89.
fine.
as well.
Yeah, in fact,
There you go.
Yeah.
Give me
There's
that.
another 89.
Move that from me, man. Move
Give me
that.
that.
Move
another-
that from me, boy.
Martin
my
Odegaard,
boys.
89, and I think that's deserved
Yeah.
as well.
That's the
Oh,
one.
that's 89.
you can't-
Yeah, serious. He's
No,
serious.
it's not your property.
That's deserved.
I know
Yeah,
you
it
can
is.
just get any player you want.
It is.
but-
What's Son?
Son's
87.
87 now. This is another
That's
one that is based
overdone.
on historics.
Generous.
Like,
Overdone.
we're
Yeah,
going
but when
back-
you think of the
Of
sample
course,
sizes.
of
You
course,
two are
but
overrated.
This is an overrated one for what I've seen of Son in the last season.
Yeah.
Right, no trim.
So I think
Son's
this should be 85.
I think Son 85 max.
Yeah, agreed.
And Bruno 85 max for me as well.
84, Bruno.
I like the way we was all supposed to be.
89.
Yeah.
89. Oh,
Hey,
do you mean?
I've just seen that
chill.
now.
Chill, Robbie.
What do you mean? That's what I mean.
No, you need to chill.
I think that
89.
should- I think that should be
Respect.
88.
What's wrong with that? What's in
respect.
87?
Back in the day, these were your Xavis and Iniestas.
Jesus.
The game's gone.
Right, they were
Dishing
90 plus.
Respect.
Dishing them out now, aren't they?
Put respect on his name, man.
Relax.
This is what I'm saying. They didn't want to respect Rodri. Now they don't want to
You need
respect
to
Odegaard.
calm down.
Respect.
87, that man.
De Bruyne is a 90.
De Bruyne at
De
90 is the
Bruyne is
third
a
highest, by
90.
the way.
87, that should be.
So
It's not
actually,
87. Go away.
That should be
Virgil
85.
Virgil wasn't top 3.
My goodness.
AGT fuming.
Just giving it away, innit?
Proud of that.
Just
Anyway,
giving it away.
guys,
Lord
remember, please, and you see,
Position in
it's
the
what I
table
love.
bias.
It's what I love about the game. But remember that you can pre-order FC25 now. Click the link in the description below to get more information. It's a brilliant game, so make sure you do that right now. We had a poll running. Oh, it just disappeared with me. But we had a poll running on whose rating should be higher between Saka and Foden. I'll give you the results to that very soon. We've got 2,000 likes, nearly 3,000. I want 3,000 likes before we get stuck into Liverpool.
14K of you for the
Yeah,
cooking.
over 14,000 of you watching right now. We're going to be coming back to some of the super chats.
Can we cook AGT now?
Well, we just heard the Don. Still got some super chats to get through.
No. We'll do the super chats in a
He
minute.
said we'll come back to the
We'll do the super chats in a minute because I do think. By the way, just going back to that poll, who should be have the higher rating,
play.
Saka or Foden? Saka's winning at the moment with 63%. Now, we need to speak about Liverpool. Liverpool surprise defeat at home. At home. At home.
Here we go.
To Nottingham Forest. Just before we do that, I need you guys, not you, sausage. I need you guys.
Rude.
I need you, Abbi. I need you, Flex.
Yeah.
I need you, Matisse. Okay. And everybody out there who's watching this show right now, I need all of you. It's very important. I'm going to count to 3, right? And I want you all to follow me.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. On a slot, la 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 la. On a slot, la 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 la. On a slot, la 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 la. What happened? What? And you know what? You see you, right?
La 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 la.
I would have been more coming. I would have been more coming, right, for Abbi because she's a Tottenham fan. It's the North London derby. Yeah. But it was after your disgraceful text that you sent me last week, right?
Oh, text.
Well,
What's this text?
What happened with this guy, right? Like somebody hacked. Somebody WhatsApp message.
hacked his Twitter.
Somebody hacked his Twitter.
You got it back just in time, didn't you?
Wasn't me, that
Somebody hacked his Twitter, and I was feeling so sorry for him, right? And he was asking me, "Oh, Robbie, do you know anyone who could possibly help you out or whatever?" And then he spoke about it. He spoke about it on the show.
Big up
He spoke.
Rashi.
He spoke about it on the show, and somebody, through watching the show, sorted it all out.
Oh, that guy did actually help.
Yeah. Sorted it out for him and
Wow.
everything. And then I said to him, I go, "Oh, that's great news that that's got sorted out."
Yeah,
and then
it
you know what he responded
did
and
he say?
saying? "All I need now is a Liverpool win and you guys to lose 2-1 against Tottenham, and it'd be a great weekend.
Wow.
Hold that."
Wow.
Well, listen.
Wow.
Yeah, you did
so
say hold
ungrateful.
that.
Sounds like something
So
you would
ungrateful.
say.
You got bad mind, right? I know you know what he means because you was in Jamaica recently. Tell him! You little bad mind boy, yeah?
Wheel it.
Oh, that!
I'm love it. All right.
Now you explain to me what
That could
happened,
be a
man.
chant in a stadium, I'll be honest.
Your shit.
Yeah, literally.
Talk to us, man.
Bro,
What happened?
You know what, right?
Because that game, when I watched the highlight, I didn't watch it live. I watched the highlights. Bro, they look like they deserved that win. It wasn't like a little last minute. It wasn't a little last. Your ex guy should have scored it. Should have made it 2-0.
Big up Nuno.
Oi.
Big up
Hudson
Nuno.
Odoi. Oi. Hudson Odoi.
Why'd you say
Oi. Hudson Odoi. My 1v1 demon. You thought you were going to get to speak before me?
Yes.
I've been telling people about this boy for the longest.
Why'd you sell him then?
Bops up to Anfield. Yeah? Whippy. Whirly in the bottom corner. Hold that. And I've been telling people, this brother had an Achilles injury. They tried to doubt him. And I said, yo, people have to recover. You have to let these guys simmer. And that's exactly what he did. That's exactly what he did. The way he just cut in and just caressed it into the corner. Left Alisson for dead. Man's looking around like, yo, what's going on? I didn't know the side netting was so close to me. Yo, at Anfield as well. Crazy. Where was your forwards? All of your depth. You got like 8 attackers. Tell Jamie Carragher where they're all going to play. Who's going to even... What's going on? Talk.
Well, before we get to
when the Liverpool
AGT...
segment's there, it's always...
Hold on.
I want to hear it.
Before we get to AGT, AGT was absolutely fantastic on last week's roundup show. I thought his reminiscence of, pre-planned jokes, I thought was absolutely brilliant. And I wanted to come back with some of my own. Can we do that?
We can do that.
Oh, okay.
Please.
AGT lives in a world of stats. Well, the ones that aren't true. Well, I thought I'd bring some stats to today's show that are actually true. Trent gave the ball away 31 times.
31 times.
Is that true?
It is true. 3-1. 31.
Wow.
The generational midfield maestro, get him on the ball as much as you can, gave the ball away
That's not a good look.
31 times.
That's not a good look.
Nottingham Forest have not won at Anfield for 55 years.
55 years.
55 years.
What?
Now, my maths isn't great, but I make that the year of 1969.
Great summer.
Now, the manager of Nottingham Forest, Nuno Espirito Santos, he wasn't even born.
Wasn't even born.
No, he wasn't. And also, guys, I want to let you know what the world was like in 1969.
Tell us.
Apollo 13. Neil Armstrong was the first person to walk on the moon.
Allegedly.
Big year. Big year.
Kind of where AGT's head is right now, on the moon. I love planes. I wanted to be a pilot when I was growing up, but I realised it was beyond me. A Boeing 747, now out of service, massive passenger jet. The first ever one took off from a Bowen field in Everett in Washington, 1969. Took off like the 3 points AGT thought his team would receive. Also, here's one of the last ones. Jennifer Aniston was born in 1969.
Great age.
Great age.
Brilliant.
Great age.
The legendary Jennifer Aniston. No one told you that Forest were gonna win away. Call him Hudson Odoi. I'll be there for you when your 3 points are gone. Because I like AGT. Now, also last week, AGT.
On Twitter the other day as
AGT
said how great this roster is.
AGT tried to question my DJing ability and microphone skills.
Oh, no.
Now, AGT has been to Jamaica very recently. All in the group chat. We all love the guy we call M. R.
Big up M. Dot.
Big up M.
Great artist.
Sometimes every time I see him, I think of AGT.
Shelled it down.
Fantastic in patois voice. Fantastic flow with the Fantastic.
Where's this going?
Fantastic with his lyrical displays. So AGT, I've bought a dub plate for your head top.
Oh my goodness.
Big bomber clock Forest bossing on your head. When you see Hudson Odoi 3 points dead, see your crown, yeah? Take it off your head. In English terms,
finished. You are finished. You're finished.
AGT. In English terms, what I said was, Forest came to your turf.
Jesus Christ. Praise Jar.
Forest came to your patch.
He's on smoke. That's what he's on.
Forest came to your patch and silenced the crowd. I also said during that depiction of patois, I also said there was a crown on your head. Take it off. And when Callum Hudson Odoi shoot, whole place dead. Because that was in reference to the silence ringing around Anfield. So over to you, AGT. I'd like you to tell us about what happened to your team.
That might be the best we've actually ever had. That was ridiculous.
This is their first Monday together, you know.
Gonna be a man about it?
Sorry, run another rhythm.
This
One more? Go on.
Do you know what?
This is
I
our
would have
first
None of mercy.
done my
AGT, contest we. You just call or keep on pre-we. Your own team dead and not a sea. AGT, none of mercy.
Should have shook his hand. You should have shook his hand.
Forest wicked every time.
You should have shook his hand.
War. If I want, I want to make it start.
Come on, man. Tell us what happened, man. What happened?
Bro,
That was
they
a
deserved
shock.
to win. It was a big
an absolute shock.
You know, we went to Wales, North Wales, to be precise, for Doyle's birthday. It's his birthday today. Big him up.
Big up Doyle, man.
Big him up on his B-day.
Big up, Doyle.
Sorry, Doyle.
Sorry, I'm just a bit combusted by all of
flustered,
that.
mate.
Yeah.
Discombobulated.
Head's kettled.
Flustered.
No, listen, they deserve to win. You know, a big shock, as you said, for him to lose his second home game in the league. I think Klopp lost his second home game, so it can happen. It's a humbler. It resets you a bit, and it goes back to training ground to say, all right, what's your plan B? What's your plan C? We've got Milan tomorrow away. They just
easy.
beat Venice 4-0.
Lord heavens.
Pulisic and Abraham both scored in that game.
Cobham.
Cobham again.
Everyone's Cobham everywhere.
Tomori will be
Pulisic
there.
just bought Cobham though, didn't he? He just paid for a trial. But yeah, they deserve to win. Listen, we were not clinical. On another day, Diaz's shot goes in. On another day, the keeper scores an own goal. On another day, Jota's header goes in. Get the violin out. Yeah.
You can hear it in his voice,
Genuinely. And you have to give them credit, because after the goal, it still didn't look like we were going to score. So it's not a great result. It's a shocker. But listen, we've got a chance. Milan away, and then another team in red and black at Anfield on Saturday. Which now, if I was the Bournemouth manager, I'd say go and look what Forest did at Anfield and just do what they did.
Well, Slott can sort it out. He's good at dissecting tactics. We'll work it out.
Yeah, well, let's not forget, right, that we beat you 3-0 2 weeks ago.
Well, we're not...
You ducked it. I'm sitting here taking my cookie.
No.
You should be wearing this.
We are talking
from
about what happened on the weekend.
We deserve to lose,
We also
bro.
saw quite a few Liverpool allegiances. Do you know what they were claiming? They were saying, well, you know, they were saying to us, shout out Danny Murphy. Big up Danny. I love Danny Murphy.
Oh, because now what
and
you're
Michael Owen. This is what they said to us. They tried to say
have I said
they've travelled. I'm talking about others.
Okay, so direct
you've been
at
cooked.
them.
We're going to cook the rest of the people talking nonsense about Liverpool. Yeah, there's no Liverpool riding today, mate. Yeah, that's it. That's it. We heard them telling us, oh, it's been the international break. Players have travelled far and wide. Jet lag, air miles. Who knows?
Almost as
Salah
many
had
as
to
Abbi.
play out against Botswana or something like that. That's why he was probably off it. Forest had 13 man out away as well. Where's the excuses?
At me, though? Why are you looking at me?
We're talking about the narrative that surrounds Liverpool, the loving around Liverpool.
Anyway, we're still above you, and we just slumped you 3-0.
Here we
So
go.
hold
Here we go.
that.
Here we go. For what? Just to go and lose the very
That is
next game.
typical of Liverpool.
And then we won.
Right,
And then
we
now
beat-
where's that gap gone
We
now?
beat them
Where's the gap gone
7-0,
now?
and then we lost 1-0 to
Where's the gap
Bournemouth.
gone?
Okay,
3-0
let's get back
Forest.
into some super chats. Kick it off.
Okay, Kurt says Robbie slimmed up, almost looking as good as Abbi, says Kurt.
I don't think about that.
May Heddick, Vicario is an Italian Ramsdale mid-table keeper.
Put some respect on Ramsdale's
Max
name.
says Arsenal
Conceded
can't
22
play like
goals,
this
mate,
versus City with Haaland.
Why not?
Time Pass says
No,
please
hold on.
cook AGT.
We did kind of
Hold on.
adopt a
Yeah,
similar
wait,
policy
wait.
against City
Hold on.
last year. So
Yeah. Time Pass, please cook AGT. This sausage deserves it the most.
we've done that.
Yeah, cheers, mate. What do we think of Tottenham? Says Red Miss Gaming.
What do you think of Tottenham, Abby? Carry on.
Yeah.
Have you found that beanie man without the dreads expressions
Well,
yet?
he is
Says
still
LJ.
missing. I have not been able to locate or find expressions since Sunday, and I must say I'm getting
Search party time
very
almost,
worried
isn't
about
it?
him. Yeah, we need to find him for him to explain what happened in the game. I know he was at the game,
He was at the game. I saw
and
his
the
video.
last location I saw him was somebody said he was walking up Seven Sisters Road in tears. But we've not seen him since, and that's why I'm worried. So if anybody has seen expressions out there, please give me a call and let me know. I want to know that he's safe, right? Because, honestly, what Tottenham can do to you mentally is no joke. So please
No joke. It's no joke.
let me know if he's safe. Also, Toby as well, because I've not heard from him either. Normally after games or City games
mad?
and that, a Man City game, I hear from him.
Saeed.
But I've not heard anything from him. I ain't heard nothing from Fuad either. But I did see him on the FCM podcast, so I know he's all right. So he's one. But the other two, please, let me know.
Fair enough. Jesus Christ says, let's not... when it just skips the loads.
Let's not forget that all the teams on the
Yeah.
panel, United have been the most successful over the last 2 years, obviously. A United fan. Saya says, Tottenham and losing found love in a hopeless place like Rihanna and Calvin Harris. Everyone's getting very musical today, isn't it?
Nishant says, funny how Abbi roasts United and Chelsea fans just for Spurs to have a worse start to the season out of all of them.
Yeah,
Full play FC, all burp, no sick, all fart, no poo. It's just
By
weak.
identity,
It's
though, isn't it?
typical
Well, some
Tottenham
people prefer
mentality.
full
Weak,
play.
weak,
It's
weak,
always
weak.
about the end product,
Yeah, but
guys. Sometimes
four-
it's about
four-
actually the full play and the build-up.
4
okay?
points from 4 games, actually.
If we're going to call it full play FC.
No, it's actually
All
4
about the
points
build-up.
from
Full play FC.
4 points you got.
Oh, yeah,
so far.
4 as well. Both on?
Yeah.
You got the call-in show
Jeez,
tomorrow.
I do have
Fit
the call
says,
Honestly, I pray for you because I watched the last
do.
one and I saw what KG's on.
Okay.
And I can't imagine what he's going to be on
Oh,
tomorrow.
yeah.
KG
Oh, you
Rice.
got that tomorrow, KG.
KG, we've seasoned
Oh
it.
my
Yeah,
God.
we've washed the chicken, seasoned
Wow.
it.
And
Now
he's
over
won
to
3-0.
cook.
Wow.
Fit
Cook
says,
tomorrow.
why
What
do
have
you
you agreed to?
Are you here tomorrow?
What have
Why-
you agreed to?
Yeah, I am.
Fit says, why do Spurs make managers so depressed?
True.
I don't know. It's just what they do to the fan base as well. So it's I don't know. It's just like a dark cloud.
Bilal says, that's why
Dark
Robbie
cloud.
sucks as a host. He talks slow, interrupts people, acts like a child. AGT, do something. Please take the mic from him.
What could he do?
Let me tell you something. Ain't nobody taking no mic off of no one today, right? We've got nearly 15,000 people
This is a
watching.
record,
So you as
isn't
an individual, if you don't like
Big
it,
show.
get lost.
Hold tight.
Get out of our stream.
Get out of here, mate.
You're
This is
bad.
sweet today. I run things today, right? I'm the king round here.
This is
right?
our first
Wow,
Monday
Robbie.
back. This is our first Monday. All of us back for
Oh, is
about
it?
3 months. Yeah.
Is it?
Oh,
Since
shit.
I
Yeah,
left
yeah,
the
the energy's right today.
And
Big up to James Suter, who came in the super
just
chat.
wish we won.
Very
It's
fitting.
very nice.
Good to see you. When's your next
Nice
one?
to
Dada.
see you. Just full stop,
international
Flex.
break.
There you
Yeah.
go.
All right, we continue in the morning. We got loads there. Dada says, I was at the game. Great atmosphere. Timber looks brilliant. Tottenham defending terrible. Gabriel uncontested header. Keep up the good work. Big Ange, North London is red.
Nathan Grant, Spurs are just 4-play FC, no penetration. All that money spent for what? Mason, if City is guilty of 115, I want Spurs to take the hit for us. You lot are the most impotent big club, and if City aren't in the league, Arsenal will win it. Think about Spurs fans. Love, says Messam.
Agbadula? How do you pronounce it? Abdul
Gadir.
Sorry, apologies. He says, is Arteta safe if Arsenal go trophyless again? Competing can last only so long before your actions need to be taken. Well, he's under pressure to win things, obviously, but at the moment, he's doing a good job.
Zoeb says, Abbi, if you're worried about Spurs' open style of play against big teams in the Champions League, why bother sticking with Ange? At least Abbi turns up for a cooking, says Joshua. Flex. This is very true, right? He
Isn't
got
it?
away
You lot can
with wearing the
try and
sausage
run it,
outfit.
can try
He
and
got
run
away
it.
with it,
We ain't got
right?
away
We
with
had to have a
nothing.
pillow as
Before
his
the
head.
game,
But it's not a
before
lie.
the game.
But it's not
No,
a lie.
you
weren't going to be
You're
here.
going to be
After
wearing this
game,
It's
suit.
not a
everyone knew
lie.
I
Yeah, hold
wasn't
on,
gonna
wait,
be here.
AGT.
Do what you need
It's
to
not a
do.
lie.
Don't
It's the
try
truth.
and
It's the truth.
Right, Uncle
It's
says-
Wait a minute. You missed one, AGT.
Deflection.
SK said Liverpool fans
Oh, we
and
missed this one.
Cara.
Oh, what was this, Robbie?
Liverpool fans and Cara trying to hype Slott up. But it's back to
We did beat
reality
United
big time.
3-0 away.
Yeah, and then
Well,
you
you
lost
missed
to
it.
Forest, mate.
Still did that though. No one takes
and you
that
still
away
lost to
from me.
Forest, mate.
It's actually a record 65 yellow cards. I said 64. Bournemouth and Chelsea with 16, 14 plus 1 for each manager has the most yellows in any game ever. Abbi, are you okay? Abbi, are you okay? North London and Tottenham. N17, OBX is Arsenal training ground now. Has Ange been found out? Yes, he has. Jesus Christ, Chelsea officially Roadman FC. Jackson signed to 2033. Sancho and Nkunku doing balloons on the pitch. They be selling Pro Whip in the gift shop soon.
He actually said he does that balloon celebration for his son.
Yes.
Right? That's,
he said his son liked balloons.
Yeah.
Does he like them now?
Are you convinced with that explanation?
Yeah, that's what he said. That's literally
you have to take it as that. Saya says, got to respect Chelsea. Their players went to Bayern Stadium and won the Champions League.
All right.
Rounded up.
What's that got to do with anything?
Barcelona too.
Completely irrelevant.
The way Vicario is flapping at the formers, we should call him Flappy Bird, says James. Big up. $1 Million Gaming. Tamina 65 milli down the drain. Dominic has done F again.
I think this is actually very nasty on Solanke. Like, he's literally played 1.5 games.
Yeah.
I do think
this
it's
is
a bit
what
on-
65 million does.
This is what it does.
yeah,
He's in the big
Big
league now.
I'm just saying,
Not a Bournemouth now.
Big money, big club, big pressure.
Correct. And he's been there
I
before at
agree.
big clubs. It's not like
I
it's
do
foreign. He's been
agree.
at Chelsea, he's been at
Nunes had it.
Liverpool.
I agree.
This is what happens.
I agree.
You got to embrace it.
Even me, I'd say.
Sounds like you don't.
I
You don't agree because you think it's too harsh.
I just think give the
come
guy
on,
fucking
boy.
I like the way.
Whoa, no
I
need
like
to
the way it's
swear.
looking, Robbie.
5 games. He played half. He
I'll be
played
honest.
60 minutes.
It looks
he
good.
missed 2 games. He's been back 1 game in his first.
You did it to Xerxes.
I'm feeling
He's
good
half
about
the
this one.
price. You're not giving him no time. You doing it to
I
Xerxes.
said he was like my
Okay,
You doing it to
order.
Xerxes. Exactly.
I didn't make the
That's what I'm
I just
saying.
sent you the
No. You backed it.
He's like,
You
Right,
backed it.
right.
Now you want the same treatment.
People- I just
sent
She
you
called
the-
Xerxes Martial, and now she wants us to have
Okay.
faith in Dominic
Find the
Solanke.
proof.
60 million.
I didn't do it.
You
weren't
just
my
admitted
tweet.
it.
It wasn't my tweet though. I just sent it
Look
to
at
you.
you. You are a
Right,
disgrace.
Jamie Brody says Anfield
You are
turned
a
into a
disgrace.
casino. Nuno has played his cards right. Alanga and Hudson Odoi playing roulette with the defence, and the slot machine is not working.
Brilliant. Brian says, tangent, but what Yamal is doing this season is crazy. He's on
Scored
fire
2,
right now.
didn't he, yesterday?
Joel says, respected DR, Robbie, AGT, Matisse, Flex and Abby.
Thank you.
Martins, it's only the beginning. Liverpool fans are being bamboozled by the early season wins. Reality is about to set in. Still going to finish top 4, but will be a very on season for them. Who's the real sausage now, AGT? £20, maybe you. Joel, condolences to Abby and Spurs.
No, you can't say that.
No,
You
big
can't
up
let
Joel.
him-
Can't say that.
No, you
Disrespect.
can't. That's
Put
salty.
his
That's
name.
salty.
Put
He's
some respect on his
paying
name. You are the sausage. You are the sausage.
No.
He's a great guy.
Just because you didn't like it. Yeah, man. Move, man.
Listen,
People who come in and contribute to the show, you're telling me it's easy.
That is
I'm like,
absolutely
then big up
And he
to
got you to read
Big
it.
up
as
to
well.
Exactly.
Yes.
So you're the
So he
sausage.
got what he
Yeah.
paid for. He got his money's worth.
So you're the real sausage.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, not him.
I wonder who's going to win Sausage of the Week this week.
Well,
Wow.
Joel, condolences to Abby and Spurs for losing the NLD. It was a good game. Feel sorry for AGT and Liverpool. Flex must be cooking sausages right now. Robbie, what are your thoughts on our game against City? Should we deploy the same team?
Well, no, Rice should come back. So, and all the guards could possibly be back.
Master Kaplan, Mighty, have you found X? We've put in another. We've put in an amber alert. It's going to have to go to red alert soon. Charlie says Bruno more goals, assists than Odegaard and a trophy. Why 85?
What, are you seriously saying that Bruno Fernandes at this moment in his time is better than Martin Odegaard?
Yeah.
Saying stuff.
Even Flex ain't going to say that.
It's not about me, mate. It's about the Superchats.
Hey.
It's their opinion, mate.
Valero
They pay
says-
to have their say.
Been up for 10 minutes. This show, energy, crazy. Stephen Island's grandmother, AGT, putting his hopes in a deflective slot like an old lady at a one-armed bandit machine. What the hell does that even mean? Araram just sends in money. Shannon says AGT always gives incorrect stats on the
Can't
show.
wait till it gets
But
to
the
that
only stats that matters is 1-0 to Forest. Hold that, you rotten, out-of-date Richmond sausage.
Wow.
It's a bit harsh.
Rotten and
Fair
out of
play.
date.
Thanks for the
Wow.
fiver, love.
8K.
Jesus says, someone tell that Timu to pay David Brent that Van Disney talked. The Van Disney who's 89 by the... That's not him.
Wrong one, mate.
89. The only stat... Wait, what was it? Talked a lot of shit about Delit, only to get touched at home.
Correct.
Give me Delit. Well, you did get touched at home. 3-0, if you're a United fan. We literally just battered you 3-0
Just give me the
at your
light.
stadium.
Like that every time
Just
I
here
hear
to
it,
say,
I-
hold that, Abby, says Sunny Boy. Sai says, also quick shout out to McLaren for title lead.
Yeah, big up to them
that's
actually.
Yeah, if you want. Not wrong show, though. SK says, Deadfield. Fair enough. Gunners for life.
yeah.
Spurs fans talk too much. Hold that, Abby. This level of cooking should have a PPV, Lord of mercy. And then you can take over from now, to be honest.
Okay,
He's had enough. Sounds like you've had enough
because
there, mate.
maybe it's because SK says Trent missed 31
Probably is.
misplaced
31.
passes.
31.
That's it.
31.
Well, 31.
What was he crossing a lot?
He says, please check his EAFC card.
Haven't got it.
The generational talent to... Sam and Date says, prime Rodri or prime Kante. Oh, that's a good one.
Oh.
It's got to be
Completely different
Rodri.
players,
Yeah.
but
Rodri.
I enjoy both.
R1408 says, John Duran.
Wow.
What a goal
Que
that was
golazo.
to win it.
Wicked goal.
Forest Fan TV says, Flex, that cooking was so satisfying.
Yeah.
Welcome,
Cheers,
man.
Forest fan.
That's
TV.
definitely up
They
there.
try, don't let them discredit you lot talking about Liverpool flying around the world like you.
On a serious note, the Forest fans came with a big banner about anti-tragedy
Yes, I
chanting
saw that.
and
Big up to
respect
them.
to Hillsborough.
Big
So
up.
big up to them, man.
Moses Francis says, Abby, red colour suits you better.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, listen, I know I did wear red at the weekend, and I said after the season started I wouldn't wear it. So
Okay, buy 'em.
And he
Top.
says,
it's done now.
Support your boy Harry.
Ooh.
one for you. Did you see
Yeah,
this
you
one?
see this one, Flex?
Oh,
Robin Van
flip-flop.
Persie lost 9-1.
9-1.
So he's a sausage of the week.
mate.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
9-1 to
His
who? That.
team lost 9-1.
To,
Zane says, here is a
AZ
wonderful
Al-
stat for you,
Parrot
Don Robbie.
scored.
Haaland has scored more goals
Arsenal player
than
too.
Exactly.
than every
Yeah,
other Premier League team. Saliba and
the league at my
Gabriel
club, mate.
are in for a pasting on Sunday. Well,
Don't get it.
sorry, Saliba and Gabriel have marshalled him pretty well over the last season. So but he's a great player. Jay Tronis sent in money. Where we go now? Daniel
God, we made money
says,
today.
Abby, put your hands up and say Ange is not a better manager than Mikel. And also admit that Gabriel is
Put your
better than
hands up
Romero.
in the air. Put your hands up in the air.
Gabriel is better than Romero.
Uktash
Gabriel is
says
better than Romero.
Haaland versus
have that
Gabri
one.
and Saliba
In the air.
is more
Put your
hype
hands
than
up in
Arsenal
the
versus
air.
City.
Put your hands up in the air.
We're gonna have the Gabriel one.
Moses Francis says,
My
Robbie,
manager's
can
one
you
thing
tell
to
X
follow.
right now from your phone? Can you call him from your phone? Sorry, can you call him from your
Can't get
phone?
through.
No, we can't get
Scotland.
through. Jay says, Matisse, will you be going to the Tottenham Spurs Stadium this year to climb up the cockroach?
I've done the Formula 1 or
Climb
Formula
up
E.
the what?
What did you call it?
Formula E. I did that.
What did you call it?
The cockroach.
The cockroach, that's what he's
You
written.
cockroach, man.
Also,
Cucaracha.
Flex,
You a cockroach, man.
Cucaracha.
Flex called Sancho getting an assist.
Yep.
Sancho Rice.
I know the script. I
Flex,
know what will happen.
do you think that Odegaard is better than Bruno?
Yeah, he is right now. Yeah.
Okay.
He is just full
Slot
stop.
breakdown.
Not
Slot breakdown. ETSH.
Full stop.
This game, then losing 1-0 is cold, and that's from
Gold.
Abby. A different Abby.
Gold.
Gold. Sorry,
What
gold.
show
Gold.
this has been?
We haven't spoken yet about
Haven't really
Chelsea.
needed.
We haven't
We'll zip
spoken
through the
about
rest.
Man United.
Routine wins. Yeah, well, Mud Brothers. Mud Brothers routine wins.
You know what, right?
Yeah.
We don't need to wait. We don't need to waste
hold
too
on,
much
hold on.
time.
Southampton, and then you
Flex,
go,
we don't need to spend too much
it's
time, man.
Southampton.
Hold on, you
You
know
want
the
to come
thing
on
is-
here
Business
after
as
beating
usual, right?
Southampton?
Wait a minute, wait a
No,
minute,
Robbie,
wait a
they're
minute.
bottom of the league.
Do you know
and he's
the
coming on here after
interesting-
beating Southampton. Do you want me to do
You know
that?
the interesting
Is that
thing?
what I sound like?
Yeah, when you won.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know the really interesting thing about those
great,
two
is it?
games, right?
God.
Both games are so similar that
Yeah.
both teams had a
moments.
penalty where if they'd have scored that penalty, it might have made those games different, right? Both of them,
It might have.
both Bournemouth and also Southampton, they both missed their penalties, and then the quality of United showed and the quality of Chelsea showed. I mean, let's start with that United game. Eric Ten Hag was under a lot of pressure. A lot of people saying if he lost that game, that could be it. He could be out. So it's a big pressurised game. Pressure for players like Rashford. He stepped up, and Eric Ten Hag got the win. Big win.
It's a big win. Going into the game, I said like we got a bozo gene, so I thought it would be like 2-1 tight win. Just someone will make a mistake, and for the first 30 minutes, well, I haven't confused what I've seen with the 3-0 and the clean sheet and stuff. The first 30 minutes was atrocious, absolutely atrocious. It was Russell Martin ball playing out from the back, Dallo getting cooked by little Diblin, getting mashed up, gave head gone, gave away penalty, and let's be honest. If that penalty is scored, Cameron Archer would be, kicking himself properly because, he missed it. But if that penalty would have been scored in that moment, I massively feared for the capitulation, because that's what this version of Man United has been. If there's a mistake or adversity, the dominoes just keep falling, and I wouldn't have seen us coming back. And literally, the moment changed that whole game. But after 30 minutes. That was it. Man United clicked into gear. It was like that was a wake-up call. They were fine after that. Very good. Southampton were nowhere near getting back into the game. We managed the game, red card as well. Garnacho off the bench to score. Rashford looked confident again, which was good to see. When he's, when you're in off season or when in international breaks, it's good being in the bag, punching up the bag and that in the gym and showing you're on it. That's great. My thing is always, I just want to see it on the pitch, and he showed it on the pitch. Ahmad was really good. And yeah, De Ligt after a tough international break, Maguire 2.0, if you read social media, it's this, that and the other. Comes back, scores his first goal, gets man of the match. You keep it stepping. It's against Southampton.
Shocker.
Yeah, I mean, Southampton, by the way, people talk about big Ange. I think
so bad.
I think that Russell Martin, man, you can't play. He's not the championship.
I said this. What I said. You can't.
It's like Vincent Kompany last year. Like you can't. You have to again at some point not be so stubborn.
Yeah, respect to your principles.
Captain sent off as well.
You're not as good as Man United. Exactly. You have to.
You can still have your principles, but change the way you play.
Not respect. Disrespect.
Yeah, and then going to the Chelsea game. Number one, a record for yellow cards, and I don't understand why, because it wasn't even a dirty game.
He should be in the Championship, Anthony Taylor.
I mean, he was just giving yellow cards to everybody. That's got to be. I mean, some of the players that got it for dissent, they literally went ref.
Yeah.
And he went.
Yeah.
Like, he was moving like a dictator. He was moving like a dictator out there.
No, it's ridiculous.
Prime Mike Dean. That was worse than Mike Dean.
I can't stand it. Anytime I see he's refereeing one of our games, I just put my head in my hands and I just know it's going to be a problem. So thankfully, we managed to overcome him, and Bournemouth as well overcome him.
And you were very fortunate in that game for a while.
We were playing prime 10 Heineken football right there. Right, that was a smash and grab shit house. Didn't deserve. Ten Hag, that was it right there.
Correct.
I knew what it felt.
You recognize
I finally felt like
feels alright sometimes,
felt like
doesn't it?
what it meant to be a Man United fan in that moment. I was like, wow, this is what it feels like to just not deserve
but also, you can
win.
You can look at it and say your new manager's got these new principles and
it's
stuff
new manager,
like that. Bare
it's
possession and stuff. Chelsea were easy to play through.
You're 3 years in, you're 2 years in.
Yeah.
Over here, fresh. So we don't need to worry about it.
So you just see it, yeah.
We don't need to worry about that. We take the win, we go. But shout out to
14 months just to.
Huh? Sorry.
You count the months individually.
It's only been 14 months since he took over.
What is this? A baby? It's
I'm
2
just
years.
saying.
You know what I mean? It's 2 years.
He's actually 28 months old now.
It's actually.
Why do parents do that? And they go, yeah, it's 32 months. It's like 3.
But no, obviously Sancho is going to get the headlines.
I was going to say, Jadon Sancho, what a debut.
Got booked.
Great debut from him.
Great
debut from him off the bench. As soon as he came on at half-time, he just changed that whole left-hand side. That whole left-hand side was just like transformed. Everything he did was clean. Everything he did was crisp. Every pass perfectly weighted. Nutmegs on 1v1s with defenders. He set up like 2-3 opportunities. He could add a couple more assists. He was just brilliant. He was the Jadon Sancho that we've seen at Dortmund, and we say to ourselves, that's a really good player. That's why Man United have put this amount of money into him, etc. If we get that Jadon Sancho this season, and I know your concerns, is that going to tail off? Obviously, he has to prove that he can be consistent. I think he deserves to start the next game in that position. Cucurella was making some great runs and they were linking up nicely. Yeah. He needs to do that all season, and then that 25 mil is like the biggest bargain you'll
Remember
get.
when I said to you, when we had an actual serious conversation, because the Sancho thing with I'm so like past it that I think there's too much point scoring of like, oh, you hold that Ten Hag because of this, and there's just no like concept of the whole situation of his whole time at Man United. But anyway, that's in the past. Like, I actually want Jadon to do well. He's a good player. But remember I set up like the conditions that I believe has to be. I was like, he needs to get a run of games like straight away and get an opportunity. Then he needs to shine and take it. And when you are sort of patting him on the back and saying, Jadon, you're the man, and giving him that confidence, he'll be there or thereabouts. The interesting thing is going to be the consistency in the tough moments, in the big games, in the big pressure moments. But ability is there.
Doesn't that irritate you though?
A little bit, but
it's too early to irritate.
It's too early.
It's too early.
Because you know what? Conor Gallagher's just gone and scored his first goal for Atletico. What are we saying? Oh, bring Gallagher back. You should never have sold him.
I don't think they should have. But
yeah, but it is what it is.
If it works out with Sancho, and if Sterling works out at Arsenal, then is there not an argument? Would that not
I don't mind that
irritate
one as long as they pay us. That's the problem.
Do you know why? Do you know why I don't care?
But you're paying him to go and
I know, that's my problem.
So doesn't that irritate
That's
you?
different.
I'm paying a bit. What is this?
100.
Do you know what? I think
paying 250.
I think there's too much. There's too much of like not understanding that like sometimes things just don't work for a certain player in a certain environment. Like football's always been like this. How many times have you seen a player go into club X and it doesn't work. And they go to club Y and it does.
Manager,
He didn't get on with the manager. Before that, when under Oli and Rangnick, he wasn't great. Ten Hag was patient with him the first time, give him like 3 months off and stuff like that. He came back, it still didn't click. There were some issues there regarding levels of training. In the manager's opinion, the manager's allowed to think that. Jadon Sancho disagreed, took the wrong way of dealing with that. And it broke down from there. And, Ineos said, right,
but he just put his arm around him.
That's it. As long as you do that.
Let's the rest of the game. But he put his arm around him. And if Ten Hag does get sacked this season and Sancho has a good season, then, it won't look too good.
Man, listen, we got Ahmad. We got Gannat. Look, my wingers are doing all right. Look, I don't care.
All right. Listen, let me just quickly run through some of the other games.
Good for him.
That took place. Of course, Manchester City beating Brentford by 2-1. They went behind to a really early goal from Wissa. But they came back 2-1. Haaland again. 2 goals from Haaland. His second goal, do you think it was a foul on the defender?
No. Pinnock.
Man, get up, man.
Pinnock a yard man as well, man. Stand up.
I mean, it was poor defending by Pinnock.
What's going on?
2-1 Manchester City, and they stay top of the league. Aston Villa 3, Everton 2. What a game this was. Everton were winning 2-0 and cruising. They had chances after that as well.
I was actually watching this with an Evertonian, right?
Yeah.
He just watched us lose, and then he went, "This is how you play footy, lads. 2-0 off." An hour later, he's crying. Right?
They had chances as well. That one for 3-3 where
they had chances.
Should have been
a crazy game. They're not.
What a goal to win it by John Duran. I mean, this guy is collecting his worldies right now. Fantastic goal. So
I want to see a 2-off.
Villa winning by 3 goals to 2.
That's how they ended the game.
Fulham drawing 1-1 with West Ham. West Ham with a late equaliser from Danny Ings. Crystal Palace 2. Leicester City 2. So they were losing that game, but they came back to draw that game 2-2. And of course, the other game yesterday, Wolves 1, Newcastle 2. A screamer to win that game for Newcastle from Harvey Barnes. And that was brilliant from him. It's been an action-packed show. We still got some super chats we got to get through before the show finishes. Give me a hand with these here. Yeah. Nathan Grant says, how many of these panel members would like Mikel Arteta as their manager right now, if they could? Abby?
I'm good, thank you.
You ain't good.
I respectfully decline.
You ain't good.
I respectfully decline. Thank you.
You ain't good.
I respectfully decline.
Yeah. Owen says, Ahmad is like a young Robin. Iron Robin.
We have some large out.
What? Sorry.
Ridiculous shout.
Sorry.
Gabe M says, I heard Arsenal fans say Timber is a proper... I'll reserve my judgment on reading that second part.
No, I won't. No.
But Sheldon says, is there going to be a European watch-along, hate-along, since everyone's team at the table is in the European competition now? Yeah, why not?
What was that?
Are there going to be like watch-alongs, hate-alongs for some of these European games? There's going to be a lot of them.
Absolutely.
Nishant says, spoiler, watch these Spurs fans go from twerking for this dominating play style to wanting Ange sacked.
I've not said I want
this season.
Ange.
I heard a lot of Tottenham fans on the radio.
Huh?
Yeah, I never said I want him out. I
heard a lot of Tottenham fans on the radio saying he's done, mate. He's going to be gone by Christmas. Quite a few of them saying
I said at the back end of last season when we were losing 4-0, and my thing hasn't changed. Before you call me a flip flop, I believe if we continue going the way we're going, there will be some questions to answer. But I don't think that we should sack him.
But if he gets asked those questions, can he be a bit nicer in the post match?
I think he needs to be nicer in the post-match.
It's very horrible.
I don't think he needs to not be nice in post-match.
Will Arsenal... the honeymoon period is definitely finished for him.
Remember
before?
Good eye, mate. It's so refreshing.
Good eye, mate.
I love his press conferences, they were saying. Now, even that's gone wrong.
I heard
7 or 8, mate.
7 or 8, mate.
Today on the radio that if it wasn't for the first 10 games of last season, we'd be talking very differently.
Talking about separation. They just got married. They're already chatting about separation.
Sriram says, will Arsenal challenge Real Madrid for the Champions League? No. Even I can say that. Falero says, investigate Anthony Taylor.
Oh, it's late.
I thought it was shocking.
Dex Northwest says Abby's a 10, but she supports Spurs, so she's a 4. Joel says, love all you guys at DR. Respect to Abby and AGT for receiving the cookings humbly. Hopefully for Arsenal, win next Sunday. Guna from Singapore. Big up to you, my friend. Which English team has a chance to win the European Cup, says Rodders. Ask Del. Liverpool, you've always got to throw them in there. Most successful in
I think it's
England.
going to be tough.
But City,
City got to be the favourites out of all the English teams.
Who else is in it?
United got a chance.
Yeah. Edward says, big up the panel, Robbie, AGT, Matisse, Flex, Abby. Gabriel was up like a salmon for the goal, Robbie. GC, and who's been your best player for the team so far?
Well, Gabriel,
15 goals since 2020.
Yesterday.
Who's been the best player for my team so far?
Saliba's been consistent.
Nobody.
And I think Havertz so far has been really impressive.
Yeah. Would you take Durant and would he start for your team, saes Jonathan?
He wouldn't start, but he's definitely a talent.
I don't know,
Definitely a
He'd be up there
talent.
for Arsenal.
I'm surprised that's the sort of player that Chelsea needs.
Garnacho's finish on Saturday, good finish from Sai. Jesus Christ says, nobody wants to do a watch along for Chelsea in the European Wi-Fi password Sunday League. And then that's it, I think.
I know there's a couple more. Flex and Abby, who will get sacked first? Eric Ten Hag or Ange?
Look at her cracking. That weren't serious, mate. Abby, can I tell you something, Abby? Can I just say something?
Lord heavens, the fact that you have to think about it just goes to show.
Can we all live that? We know Abby very well, right? You guys at home know Abby very well. You lot watch this show week in, week out, so you know our personalities. You know when we truly believe something versus when we don't. I'm telling you now, Abby is starting to show crack.
I should have really worn my glasses.
No, Abby, with this Ange thing, whoa. Abby.
Shit.
The action match.
Abby, are there cracks starting to appear? Can we say that?
She's cracking.
Honestly, like real talk, no banter.
Real talk. I don't think they should sack him at this. I really don't. But I am concerned that if we're not scoring and we're going to keep conceding and we're going to keep losing, then it's the chairman who has been trigger happy in the past. Will
no, what do you? No, not the chairman, not Inick and them man.
What are you asking? Do I think he's going to get sacked?
Do you? Yes.
I think if it keeps going the way it's going, then he probably will.
Do you think it will? Do you think it will keep going the way it's going?
No, I think that we
turn it around.
I think we have. There is enough quality there that we should be turning it around. I don't know.
Okay, Paul says random, but where's Robbie's jewellery from?
Never love to see that.
Where is it from?
Actually. One of these was a birthday present last week for my children. Big up.
What about that one? What about that one?
Don't worry about that one, right? No, you give me that one. Nick says, Dembele, the closest player to Seedorf. Now, he's getting a bit carried away, in my opinion. Most underrated Premier League player. And that's ever. And he said from Aguna, I did used to rate him. He was a quality player.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. And to say Gravenberg is not Musa Dembele. No, behave yourself for that.
Let's take it a stream, man.
And Tanya says Saka and Palmer with the joint most assists, Starboys. Well, it's been an action-packed show. Oh, yeah, listen.
Not Abby then.
You're literally wearing the hot dog.
It's you all day long.
I think with the Abby, you know why it goes for you?
I reckon it might be close.
I think the reason why it goes.
Stop being aggressive.
Say things I don't believe.
Stop being aggressive.
I think the reason why it goes to you because that was such a shock. I could not believe that result.
It was a shock.
Nottingham Forest at home is crazy.
You and Doyle said it on your stream.
It was a
TV. I saw it.
It was a shock.
I thought I'd share it.
Yeah, like that. MVP of the week.
MVP of the week. That's got to go to me, man. Come on, thank you.
What?
You're not used to holding in
absolutely not.
That's going to me, man. There's no.
No, do you know what? For that cooking.
Oh no, yeah, for that cooking.
Yeah,
the end of. Yeah.
That was elite.
Yeah.
I'm not clapping.
That's two in a row.
Yeah, he's got to get. Yeah, no, I agree.
Got it last week.
He got one
because
he was back.
That's what I mean.
Robbie 43%, Flex 32%. So let's have it back to
It's a democracy. It's a democracy.
But
it's their show.
I would listen. Well done to the people.
We share it.
No, I'm going to give it to you.
You might want that.
That cooking had
me in stitch. Give it back to me.
Might be the only thing you're going to
No, you need a trophy.
No. It's you that's going for titles.
Listen,
you have your second place.
You need a trophy.
I'm just trying to win a game out here. Just trying to win a game.
You have this every week.
Trying to win a game.
Keep that every week.
I just want to win a game.
Right. This episode of the Weekend Roundup was brought to you by EA Sports FC 25. We've taken a deep dive into the newly released player ratings, exploring the roles and impact of some of these players within their teams this week. We've highlighted those underrated talents who might not always get the recognition they deserve, like Gravenberg, according to AGT, but are truly appreciated by their real football fans and experts alike. Remember, the new EA Sports FC game is now available to pre-order Click the link in the description. It's brilliant. For more details, and do that right now. Thank you to the guys from FC25. We've reached the end of the show today. It's been a brilliant one, guys. Action-packed, fast-moving. Thank you very much to Abbi, fresh back off of a hen weekend. Good sport as always. AGT, you took it like a man, mate. You took it like a man.
Yep.
Big up to Matisse in the building.
Thank you.
And big up, of course, to Flex as well. And to all of you guys who watched the show, loads of you, nearly 5,000 likes. Absolutely brilliant as well.
Call-in show tomorrow, guys.
The call-in show tomorrow.
Make sure you tune in.
Abbi and KG.
Make sure we get them jet ski pictures back up for that as well.
You do not want to miss that show.
What did he say? What did you
He
say?
said get the jet ski pictures back up.
No.
Unbelievable. Oh.
You know what? I want the guys from production to please take us out with that brilliant intro again.
Oh, no.
It was fantastic. Take us
Let's
out.
go around the group chat now.
Morning, boys!
Who's up for it, boy?
Well, I hope you're up for a day.
Shut up! Watch out, boys, he'll chew you up. Whoa, on his Slott.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
The big up to Trent. We knew his quality all along.
We can title challenge.
Bro, what are you talking about, man? Big statement, we go unbeaten this season.
I'll go 3-0. Why not?
It's Liverpool 0, Nottingham Forest 1. It's Doyle's birthday. It is.
Well, what a football weekend. United win.
After 5 games.
Salford win.
But positivity.
And the big one.
Oozing through
Liverpool lose.
4 games unbeaten. Back-to-back wins in the league. Superb. Finished it.
Beautiful weekend.
Go get your egg, go get it. Go get your egg, go get it.
I'm coming. Sausage.
I'm a sausage. I'm a sausage. I'm a sausage. I'm a sausage. I'm a sausage.
There you go then.
This is a short story, one in which we see a poor soul experience such great tragedy. This is the story of Abbi Summers watching Romero defend. The end.
Psych! Yo, Abbi! Arsenal second, Liverpool third, and then I'm going to squeeze Tottenham in there. Squeeze Tottenham in there. Squeeze Tottenham in there. I'd love us to win, but I'll go with a 2-2 draw.
It's decent delivery.
First man.
Oh! Yes! Squeeze Tottenham in there.
Hey, I did everything I said, but I did it all my way. Oh wow. Told you when you came my way, can nobody take your place. Oh wow. You know, like
Abbi, are you okay? Abbi, are you okay? Are you okay?